envy you.
You shouldn't envy me. Mostly I live in the past.
And the three-eyed raven.
I don't know what that means.
Yeah, neither do I.
It's difficult to explain.
Try, please, for me.
And for me.
It means I can see everything. Everything that's ever happened to everyone. Everything that's happening right now. It's all pieces now. I need to learn to see better. When the long night comes again, I need to be ready.
Ready for what?
How do you know all this?
The three-eyed raven taught me.
I thought you were the three-eyed raven.
I told you it's difficult to explain.
Alright, then let's go back and break it down from what we know.
Hello, Sensei.
Well, first off, we can see that Bran is creepy as shit now. He pretty much looks void of any and all emotion. I don't even know if he's capable of feeling anymore.
I don't really want anymore.
You're Lord of Winterfell now.
I'm sorry to have disturbed you, Lord Stark.
I'm not Lord Stark.
You don't want it.
I don't really want anymore.
Okay, still confused.
I can never be Lord of Winterfell. I can never be Lord of anything.
Okay, so we know we can put to rest all the Lord of Light theories.
I can never be Lord of anything. I'm the three-eyed raven.
Okay, not the Lord of Light, are the three-eyed raven, what else?
You're the three-eyed raven.
I've been many things. Now, I am what you see.
Wow, that's saying a lot, but that's not saying you're the three-eyed raven. Damn it, Bran, why didn't you ask it in question form?
Now you've come to me at last, Brandon Stark.
Okay, so we know at this point he was still Brandon.
Though the hour is late, he died so you could find what you have lost.
Okay, I get that the hour is late, the White Walkers are already here, but what did he lose? What is it that he needs to find?
Why did you help us?
Three-eyed raven sent for me.
The Three-Eyed Raven's dead.
Now he lives again.
Okay, old three-eyed raven's dead and is now transformed into Bran, who is the new three-eyed raven. Okay, I think I'm with you so far.
I didn't have time to learn. I can't control anything.
You must learn to control it before the Night King comes. Drink. He will find his way to the world of men. And when he does, you will be there waiting for him, and you will be ready.
Bran,
I'm not really. Not anymore.
you died in that cave.
And I would still be Brandon Stark.
You're not?
No. I'm something else now.
And the three-eyed raven.
What about afterwards?
How do you know there is an afterwards?
Wait, what?
What'd you tell my words?
And the three-eyed raven. It's difficult to explain.
Try.
It means I can see everything. Everything that's ever happened to everyone.
Does it have anything to do with warging?
No, the raven is something different, something deeper. The raven brings to sight.
Seeing things that haven't happened yet.
Ah, so you can see the future. Okay, that's confirmed.
Or things that happened long before you were born, or things that are happening right now, thousands of miles away.
Everything that's happening right now. It's all pieces now. Fragments. I need to learn to see better.
What else have you seen?
The only one thing that matters. You.
The only one thing that matters? That's a hell of a statement.
When the long night comes again, I need to be ready. I told you it's difficult to explain.
North of the wall, there are wildings who can control all sorts of animals. But you did a lot more than that. You got inside Hodor's mind.
I can't do that north of the wall.
No one can do that. Anyway.
Keep this one safe. He means the world to me.
It's starting to sound like he means the world to all of us.
Warging.
No, the raven is something different, something deeper.
So is that what Jojen died for? Is that what Brandon lost? He lost his sight? His ability to see all things, past, present, and future? Is that how he knew to give Arya the knife? Is that how he knew to put everybody in the right place at the right time to kill the Night King? Was the Night King even the real bad guy?
Why did you wake me? You've been gone for hours.
Spending too much time in summer skin is dangerous.
Notice right after Bran comes back from Warging's summer how he's kind of wild and rude. He just snatches that food from Mira like a wild animal.
You're not a dire wolf, Bran. I know it's tempting. But if you're trapped in summer for too long, you'll forget what it was to be human.
So Jojen died so Bran could find what he lost, and they're saying if you stay inside your animal that you're warged too long, that you'll forget everything. So is that what happened? Bran forgot everything because he stayed warged inside an animal too long?
You'd forget us, Bran. You'd forget your mother and father. You'd forget your brothers and sisters. You'd forget Winterfell. You'd forget you.
So is that really what this is all about? Bran's been reborn and forgotten himself and needs to remember who and what he really is? The memory of man?
Your memories don't come from books. Your stories aren't just stories. If I wanted to erase the world of men, I'd start with you.
And if we lose you, we lose everything.
So is that it? If we lose Bran, we lose the memory of man? We lose the proof of our existence?
He'll come for me. He's tried before, many times with many three-eyed ravens.
Ha! I knew that creepy old man in a tree was evil. So Bloodraven's not Bloodraven, just like Bran's no longer Bran. Bloodraven has been transformed into the three-eyed raven, and that's what they're trying to do to Bran. I always wondered why when Bran decided to touch Bloodraven's tree, why he instantly went back to the army of the dead. Why was Bloodraven there? I don't think it was for recon. I think it was for something else. This isn't just the army of the dead or the Night King's army. This is Bloodraven's army. They're one and the same.
He'll come for me. He's tried before, many times with many three-eyed ravens.
Why? What does he want?
An endless night. He wants to erase this world, and I am its memory.
That's what death is, isn't it? Forgetting. Being forgotten. If we forget where we've been and what we've done, we're not men anymore. Just animals.
I know it's tempting. If you're trapped in summer for too long, you'll forget what it was to be human.
So maybe that is it. Maybe Bran stayed warged inside his animal for too long and forgot himself. I mean, we did hear this.
It is beautiful beneath the sea. But if you stay too long, you'll drown.
But we also did hear this.
You'll never walk again. But you will fly.
He says that with such grandeur that something about it tells me he's not just talking about flying with those ravens. He's flying with something bigger. When Dany goes mad, she has a dragon. Who's going to be able to oppose that? Is it going to have to be the big boss? Is it going to have to be Bran warging the dragon to be able to stop her? Will he actually turn the dragon and Drogon against Dany? Is that how Bran got lost in the first place? Did he warg into an animal too long and maybe die in that animal? Or get shot and the animal died and then he was stuck? How did Bran get lost in the first place? There hadn't been dragons in the world for thousands of years. The White Walkers have been asleep for thousands of years. Old Nan kept calling Bran different Brandons. Was this a mistake, or is this the same Bran all throughout the years? Did Bran already warg a dragon in the past and lose? Did he learn from his mistakes? Has he gotten stronger and better? Is he going to be able to get inside, warg the dragon, and defeat it this time? Or is it something completely different? Just like the Night King took over a dragon, is the Night King looking for a new host body to take over? Is that his way to try to cross over into the world of man? Is that what he was truly doing with these human babies? Trying to find another host body? Or maybe trying to birth another green seer as powerful as Bran?
He'll come for me. He's tried before, many times with many three-eyed ravens.
Or is it something else completely? If this is Bloodraven dying and his conscience going into Bran, then in this very similar scene, where's the Night King's conscience going once Arya killed it and he shattered the same way that Bloodraven did? Did he really just die and shatter into a million pieces? Did his consciousness go into Arya, who was right there? Or did he accomplish his mission and he actually warged into Bran and that's what he wanted all along? There was also somebody else close by. Somebody else awakened from the dead not so long ago. Somebody else who may have come back just a little bit less than his ultimate self. Somebody else that maybe the Night King worked into.
Do you need help?
No.
You've had a strange journey.
Stranger than most.
I'd like to hear about it.
It's a long story.
It is a long story. It's been going on for over a decade, even longer with the books, and I'm really excited to see how it turns out. What is Bran? Is he the big bad or the big boss? Is he going to be the savior in the end, or are we going to turn around and find out Sansa just got little Ned Umbered when he go back up north? Whatever it is, it needs to be a fitting ending to this epic character build-up they've done with Bran. They say he's the greatest Greenseer and Warg of all time. What is a Greenseer and Warg? It's something else. And they say he's the greatest. He's the greatest something else. Bran is the great other. And when it's all said and done, we might not be so happy that the Night King lost.
No, I'm something else now.